Hey, how you doing? This is Eric from AHA, Americans Helping Americans, and AMPLIFY, the American Mentee Program, coming to you live here in Southern California. Yes, it's 8:46 in the evening. Yes, I know, right? It's a little bit late. It's all right. It's not late, but it is. All right, if you're grinding, congratulations. If you're rocking and rolling, congratulations. If you're spending time with your family, congratulations. That's an awesome thing. I'm gonna switch this up here. You can see my mug. Okay. Let me see. I might move this over just a bit. We're gonna share a couple things today. We gotta uncover exactly how to amplify your life. What does that even mean? All right. So if anybody has any post or then you want to post anything below, ask questions, go for it. Won't answer them until after the live. But this is unscheduled, live and uncut as always. Sometimes we have these things scheduled on the Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Friday highlights for sure. So that one should probably be rolling pretty soon. It's in the can. It's uncut, right? In a different location. We're actually spending a little bit of downtime with some family. It was pretty awesome, and just doing some things together. We went to an awesome, beautiful, cool restaurant with some awesome, crazy food, different concept. I don't know if you ever heard of like Korean barbecue, where they got like these little things and they bring you meat. Hey, order your meat. Mongo, give me meat, right? So they bring the meat to you, and you order it, and then you cook it right there, and then they give you scissors and chopsticks and stuff, right? And rice and all these little dips and sauces and stuff, and then they'll allow you to go ahead and you just cook it up, and then you serve it. They got some beers and some wine and some other cool stuff. The atmosphere is pretty cool. It's a place here in Southern California. I'm sure they might have them through other locations, I'm sure, throughout the United States. But it was awesome. It was fun. Look out for that Friday highlights. It should be rolling pretty soon. We're going to have some other videos and things of that nature on some of the stuff that's transpiring throughout the United States, as well as here in Southern California and Northern California. But tonight, it's all about amplifying your life. What the hell is that? Amplify your life, and you'll amplify the art of the deal with creative real estate investing, right? With the help of creative real estate investing. Because if you learn creative real estate investing, it's going to help you amplify the art of the deal, and it's going to amplify your life at the end of the day. It is life changing. It's the stuff that when you learn this stuff, nobody can take it away. I'm going to talk a little bit about the tale of two, right? And what I mean by the tale of two is like it's exactly what it means. Two people, same story, but really two different stories, right? Doing the same thing, but two different stories doing two different things. It seems like the same, but it's really not, okay? So we'll talk about in the form of maybe as a newbie or someone who's just gotten into real estate or even a real estate agent or broker. There's always the tale of two. One's doing and rocking and rolling, the other one's not, and there's a reason for it. But they're practically almost going through the same motions over and over to a degree, but one takes it a step further or two and knows the art of the deal, amplifies their life. This one over here is a little more negative, doesn't follow directions, it's not coachable to a degree, or wants to go rogue, right? And then try to figure things out. So I'm going to talk about the tale of two in a little bit. I'm your host today for the Real Estate Amp Live Real Estate Show. All right, I am one of the founders of AHA, Americans Helping Americans. We're a real estate investment firm. It's one American at a time, one property at a time, one family at a time, doing our part to get America on track together along with you and others throughout the United States. And AMP Live, the American Mentee Program, one of the only programs of its kind on planet Earth where we train and mentor you 7 days a week if needed, okay? There's a big disconnect in the industry right now with education and things of that nature. I always say, hey, you got the horse. Well, right now they're giving you half the horse. You need the front of the horse, which is the art of the deal. You have to understand how to talk to sellers. You have to understand how to build that foundation for just like a house. You build the foundation, right? And then you build on top of that. So it needs to be nice and solid, and it needs to work, or it needs to be solid so, things don't happen when you start building on top of it, right? It doesn't crumble underneath your feet, which happens to a lot of people's real estate careers, brokers' careers, or just real estate investors trying to get involved in this business, whether it's, creative real estate investing, sub-2, seller financing, buying cash, single family, multifamily, doesn't matter. It's all under the flag are under the umbrella of real estate. Okay, we just take it a notch above real estate and we call it creative real estate investing, right? And it's kind of like we're talking about a little bit about that stuff today in regards to mindset, right? Vibrating at a higher frequency than others. Okay, visualization is super important. You have to believe these things. You have to manifest them. You want to reverse engineer your life so you can truly believe that you're a real estate investor, right? Be grateful for the people that are working for you or not, or go after and find some mentors and coaches or people that are willing to work with you, but you need to bring tremendous value or they won't, okay? Unless they got a kind heart and they decide to go that route. Not many in this world. Moral compass has changed a lot. Noticing some things in the air as well, right? Well, we'll keep it all positive here, right? PMA, positive mental attitude, right? Let's amp live your life, and check out the stuff down below. Click some of those links, right? Click one of the links and it's going to talk a little bit about who I am, what we are, what we're doing, what AHA and Amp Live is doing, and maybe just tell us a little bit about yourself. It is a selection process at the end of the day. It is a 6-month one-on-one mentoring. It is very reciprocal in regards to what we do. And then we have a 90-day coaching with interactive mentoring and then a 30-day challenge. Those three things are somewhere it's going to fit for you. If you're a newbie, right, you want to shave off 6 months to a year, 30-day challenge. Maybe you want to shave off a couple of years in the industry and you got your wheels, spinning a little bit and you're kicking some tires. Then the 90 days with interactive mentoring will work for you to shave off 1 to 2 years in this business. If you're really, really ready to rock and roll and you've got beat up here, beat up there, 2,000 on this course, 500 on this course, 15,000, 30,000, 50,000 on other courses, $85,000 bus tours and things of that nature, and you're still spinning your wheels and you're still trying to figure out how to get deals, how to find deals, how to negotiate deals, how to structure deals and actually get a contract and then move forward with the other phase, right, of rocking and rolling and building a buyer's list and then getting it sold or fixed and flipped using private money, traditional money, or or just wholesaling it off or going sub-2 of some sort. There's a lot of ways of doing this business, okay? So I want to talk about the tale of two, okay? The tale of two, what the hell does that even mean? I'm going to take a little bit of water. It's not going to be a long video, but I do want to share the tale of two, some mindset. I don't have my books in front of me, but one is Think and Grow Rich, okay? And it happens, right? Even to me and to the best of the people out there, you need fuel for the mind. You need fuel for the soul, mind, body, and soul, right? Whatever that may be, whatever higher power works for you. If it's God for me because I'm a God-fearing man. I got my family, I got my wives, I got my country that I'm proud of. Well, regardless of the crazy situation that we have now, right? I'm a true patriot, and hopefully you are too. At the end of the day, we're all here to prosper. We're all here to build a legacy, okay? But I want to keep it positive. Think and Grow Rich. Go get that book. Understand it. Definiteness of purpose, right? Have to have all go mastermind alliance going in the same direction. All those things will help you, and they'll fuel your mind and your body and soul with the things that you need when there's nobody there to cheer you on, okay? It happens. You're like, man, I'm the only one. This is a lonely business. Last cycle was very, very lonely. This cycle is a little different. It's lonely, but then you come up against a lot of people that are either unscrupulous or they're awesome people or they just don't understand the business because they think it's easy and they're clogging the pipes, right? That's just part of the industry. It's a lot different. Last cycle, I would never run into an investor trying to buy the same house. 2, if the investor said they were buyers, right? They had cash, they had a bank, a letter of credit, a loan, traditional, or some private money. Now, I won't even get into it, right? You have to vet, NC and Ds, and here's the pro tip for you. If an investor or buyer or someone does not want to sign an NC and D, that's a red flag, okay? Be careful, watch out, run for the hills because they're going to circumvent you, they're going to burn you, they're going to rip you off, and it's just the way it is, okay? That's my red flag. Take it for what it is, but I've experienced it with my mentors, and they told me to do that when I was working with some high-end investors. And they pretty much said, yeah, hey, we can lock you up in court for years and years and years. I go, okay, right? Red flag, move on, right? Move on because they are going to rip you off. They're going to burn you. So at the end of the day, get an NC and D, paper up, right? If you have to, non-disclose, non-circumvent. For us, we paper up if you come aboard on the one-on-one mentoring, right? There's the NC and D. There's a confidentiality agreement. There's a mentee agreement to hold each other accountable. We're all good to go because we've been burned in the past too, right? don't want to work with no bullshit, no BS at the end of the day, no drama. We're here to work together and to help you build your legacy, to help you get to where you want to get to. This business is not for everybody. I get it, but I love it. We love it. We're obsessed with it. So we can do this all day long. Yeah, I could probably stay on this thing all day long at the end of the day, or just rock and roll with people and do the business, period. Even though that thing was hooked up to my head. Oh no, AI, right? I'm going to plug that thing into my brain. I'm going to become a cyborg, right? The computer talking about singularity and all that stupid stuff. But the Tale of Two, we're going to get to the Tale of Two. Read your book, Think and Grow Rich. If you've never read it, go get it. Pick it up. It's cheap. Go anywhere to get it. Barnes and Nobles, order it online, right? So you physically have something in your hand. It's called muscle memory. It works, okay? You can put on the audios and stuff. That works. It'll download, but you have to be able to recall it. If you don't have any reason to recall it, it just stays in your freaking head like a filing cabinet, right? So it goes in there and it stays there unless it's opened up and utilized and used and called, then audio just stays in your head. It's just something that's downloaded and taking up space like a hard drive. You have to execute it. You have to activate it. You have to use it or you will lose it, as I always say, right? And I learned that from my dad. He used to work out and be a bodybuilder and go on competitions and stuff. And that's the thing about bodybuilding, right? If you don't work out, you can work out all the time, but if you're going for cuts and going for a certain thing to go compete, you have to work out in a certain level. And then, because if you don't, you'll lose it. Same thing with like boxing or fighting, right? You have to train for a certain amount of time to be able to go a certain amount of rounds, and then hopefully you don't get knocked out, because the goal is to knock out the other person in the ring, right? Same thing, real estate. Our goal is to get you trained, right? And not just for a simple fight, right? But a fight that'll last for several rounds. And at the same token, with some techniques that'll help you knock out the opponent or your competition in the market. That's what we're all about. And that's creative real estate investing, sharing some of those proprietary things that we have and we do with you when you come aboard and work with us. So if you're out there and you want to learn this business, click those links down below. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Share some stuff with us, and we're going to give you a call. I'll be contacting you. Someone from our team in Southern California, Northern California will be contacting you. We're looking for people across the United States of America who want to get in this business. And don't tell me, oh, I live in Missouri, Neosho, or somewhere in Springfield, and there's only 15,000 people in my town. So what? Doesn't matter. There's always distressed properties and situations in every single town, county, and state in the United States of America. So there's no excuse. I always say you can have excuses or you can have results. You can't have both. It's just the way it is, right? And if you want to have other things that you want to have the things that others do not, you have to do the things that others don't want to do. Here's another one for you, right? Sometimes you have to get uncomfortable to become comfortable. And when you get too comfortable, you need to shake that shit up and get uncomfortable again. That's the cycle of life, right? As they say, the circle, right? The circle of life. It is what it is. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the Tale of Two. Oh, my second book, one more book. We'll pick up Think and Grow Rich. Grab that book. I'll give you a tip on how to read the book correctly. Read it once, all the way through. Second time, start highlighting and stuff that pops out and reads you. The third time, start writing in areas where stuff pops up, right in the corners. Say, I'm going to do this, commit to this, write some dates and some signatures. Go through it. And then the fourth time, read that book all the way through and kind of study all your notes. You'll be amazed of the stuff that starts activating into your mind and your life. Then go ahead and grab what's called the 17 Principles of Achievement. I call it the 17 Principles of Success. Should just rename the book, right? Or I'm going to just get a cover and rename it for myself, right? Excuse me. It is a Napoleon Hill book. Everything's pretty much based on those books. It's based on character. It's not based on, oh, smile and do this and do that and be fake. It's based on true character, right? At the same token, you got to remember there were some ruthless people back in the day in the 1900s when they're building this country. So a lot of it is, yes, they didn't even know what they were doing at the time. They just wanted to win, accumulate, and dominate. But there's characters and principles in between there that it can be used and adapted and learned, right, in any business without hurting your fellow man or woman, right? And I always say, PMA, positive mental attitude, treat others as you would like to be treated, okay? I mean, so that's the golden rule. I didn't know what that was. I figured it out several years ago. But the golden rule is, right, treat others as you would like to be treated. If you're truthful, and hopefully they're truthful to you, right? If they're treating you like shit, then you treat them like shit. You go back and forth, right? At the same token, an eye for an eye. You don't have to. You pick your battles, right? But at the end of the day, honesty, integrity, loyalty. And integrity and loyalty are two biggest things for us. Communication can break down and can be repaired, right? Because we got families, we got work, we got things. I hear that all the time. Well, I work this, I do this. That's, you know what? So did I. I worked 90 hours, 80, 90 hours a week at a corporate gig, right? Oh, well, I got kids and this and that. I had 3 kids too. And my lovely wife at the end of the day who was rocking and rolling. All right, now we rock and roll because we got mortgage and real estate. I'm the one of the managing officers for obviously the private real estate firm. I had to think about that because I was looking at this little thing over here that I want to share with you, which is the 90-day coaching program that's being rolled out here. And we got a membership area for you. I'm just going to kind of show you just the outside of the page to take a look at it. But that's coming down the wire, which is going to help a lot of people throughout the United States, because that is truly our cause and mission, is to help our fellow Americans across the United States to get out of the JOB and move into the lane of a maverick. Or you have a JOB, or it's considered a career and you love it. That's okay. You want to park your $300,000 or $500,000 gig and start spending some money and putting in real estate, right, for some cash flow or some assets or for your retirement. And I'll share that with you. And that's our cause and mission. That's what we're going to be doing. That's what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of cycles, I should say, or decades or more or longer. A couple of cycles, 20, 25 years, that's 50 years. Will I be able to live that long? I don't know, right? They're saying people may be. The elite and all that good stuff probably do. They look at everybody in government, right? They all look like zombies and older than fuck. Yeah, right? And their brains all fucking gone and shit. We need to move that shit. We need to do some other things. We need to vote in some good people that are true Americans, that are patriots. Get our country back. But I'm done there, okay? So the tale of two, okay? Let's start off maybe with the newbies, and we'll go from there. So let's say there's a tale of two, and someone's getting into the business, and then I got into the business. Oh, maybe I'll do that. So let's say someone gets in the business over here, and then I get in the business over here. Or it could be just another mentee. Let's say there's a mentee right here, not a mentee, but a newbie right here, and then someone who comes aboard who's a newbie, and they come aboard and work with us. Here's the tale of two, right? So this one over here, number one, goes through the motions, YouTube videos, and all that good stuff, right? Maybe reading some books, trying to figure out the business. How does this work? What is it? Is it real? Just like I did. I had to study. I had to make sure it was real. And say, hey, if these guys and gals can buy properties for $10 to $100, right, and fix them and flip them using other people's money, then there's something to this, right? It's not just some infomercials you're seeing now, because they used to be on TV at 3 o'clock in the morning, right? And they spend hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to sell you a $1,900 or $19 course, a $40 course, and they crank it up into $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. Nothing's changed. It's just now it's right here on the internet. Kind of like what we're doing right now, right? Same thing. But let's go ahead and pull that up. I'm going to pull it up in a second. After we're done here, let me check the minutes, see what we got. 18 minutes? Okay. So we'll go a couple more minutes, maybe 20, 25, 30 minutes. So the tale of two. This person's doing all their studying. They're trying to figure it out. Maybe they got a job. Maybe they don't. Or maybe they saved up and decided, I'm going to do this stuff. I looked at traditional real estate. I looked at being an agent. I looked at being a broker. And I'm not sure, but I'm going to start this wholesaling, or I'm going to start this real estate stuff, or I'm going to try to get into creative real estate investing, something over here, because it sounds cool and it sounds awesome, and it doesn't look like it's going to cost me a lot unless I start buying courses and videos and programs and all that good stuff. And then someone else does the same exact thing over here, right? Number two, B. I call it A and B. A does this and B does this. B over here goes, you know what? Okay, I'm doing the same thing, studying and trying to figure out how they want their business to be perceived, how they want their business to be, and digging a little deeper, right? Maybe to the point of going, okay, yeah, I understand it's a business. I understand it's a business. There's some things they got to do. Then this one over here will go back to A and say, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and download this stuff, and I'm going to go ahead and try to figure out these scripts. I'm going to make some phone calls, and then they're going to wing it, and they're going to go, okay, I'm going to try it, and then, give it their own flavor and say, hey, how you doing? My name is Joe Schmo. I'm calling about your property, blah, 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 and try to wing it. And then we got number B, right? Our mentee at the end of the day, and they're actually going to get on the horn, right? But before they did that, they're going to go ahead and do what? They're going to make sure that they understand, if they go through our program, to make sure you understand how to do what? Break down deals. Super important, right? But first, we're going to talk about mindset. And then we're going to talk about their goals, because you have to have a target. Without a target, what happens? Nothing. You have to have a target. So we base that off of the goals, and then we create a game plan, an AMPLIFY game plan for them. And then we go after those goals, and then we have another call to figure out, hey, to make sure that we're both on the same page, because they say, oh, well, there's $100,000 in this deal. Well, let me tell you why there's not $100,000 in this deal, because it goes by very quickly, right? When you got closing costs and you got repairs and you got to close it once, you got to close it twice, or if a wholesaler is going to, whatever the outcome is going to be, this is based off of fixing and flipping it, of course, right? That's going to cost money. At the end of the day, if there's only $10,000 on the table, it's not worth it for you or any investors. Maybe it's better buy and hold, cash flow it, sub to it, seller finance. But they're not going to know that if you're just getting on board to do what? The one-trick pony wholesale shit, right? It is what it is. That's going to be going in a different direction in the next couple of years at the end of the day, right? But here we go. All right, so we got this, and they know how to break down deals. And before they even talk to sellers, right, they're going to break down deals. We're going to go back and forth, make sure they understand how to get the ARV, how to get the repairs, how to offer 1, 2, and 3, right, based on simple formulas. And then we're going to do a little role play. Right? We're going to role play because we're going to go through a script and a lead gen form that we build out for them that acts as a script, right? And then we go rocking and rolling, right? We're going to do things called surfing for deals. It works, gets you out in the industry very quickly, right? Unless you got some other components. So you're ready to go. We're doing live role play and things of that nature, so they understand the art of the deal. They understand some rebuttals. They're going to go ahead and rinse and repeat and do it exactly the same way until they get their own flavor down the road, but it still needs to be said, right? It's like a thing of instructions. It's like if you go you go to a job and you have to do things a certain way. If you don't do them a certain way, you get fired, right? Or it doesn't work. There's a certain thing and mechanisms, even in this computer, or how this all works. If something's moved and it's not positioned correctly, or a piece blows out, this camera won't work. This computer won't work. The system won't work. Facebook won't work. None of this shit will work, right? It's the same principle. It's psychological ploys, it's systems, and it's processes that work. Okay, I'm getting deep there, okay? Let's go back to A. A's going to wing it, get on the phone and blah, 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 and do this, do that, miss all kinds of questions, not ask about the first, not ask about the loans, not set the stage. They won't do any tie downs. They're just going to get information on the house and say, okay, great. And some of the knuckleheads might say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, I'll write you an offer. I'll give you an offer. How much will you take this? Will you take that? Will you take this? Too easy to say yes and too easy to say no, mostly to say no, right? Because you can piss them off. And then they go MIA and people wonder why, right? This one over here, no. More about the art of the deal. We're going to move to B. What's the art of the deal? Hey, how you doing? This is Erick from AHA, Americans Helping Americans. Can I speak with Jim? Hey, Jim, how you doing? Yeah, I was calling about your property at 123, any house, any city, any state, zip code, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, whenever we talked, you said you have a property for sale, correct? Yes, that's correct. Did I catch you at a bad time? No, what'd you need? How you doing, Eric? Yeah, we're looking forward to this call. Okay, great. Then you move forward. Get them to talk about what? Talk about the house. I'm not going to go through how we do it, but it's going to start you up, right? You're going to talk about the house. Get them to talk about the house, right? Psychologically, you're going to get tie downs. You're going to set the stage. You're going to use rebuttals, okay? You're going to use some sales 101 and some psychological rock and rollness, right, to get the information that's needed. Remember, we're going to move over to 1A, right? A is what? A winged it. Did they get all the information? No. Okay, moving to B. Did B get all the information? They sure did, right? We know everything from birth until now. We made a friend. We befriended the seller. They like us, or they like you, or they like Mr. B here, okay? So what happens with that, right? We have a better chance of closing a deal. Our closing ratios are going to be better. This guy's already got a better chance. B's already have a better chance than A does because they went through, learned the art of the deal somewhat, very quickly too, because we can share this with you very quickly, right? And they're moving in. They're already going to get an appointment if they want to move forward, right? So they're going to close out the call. I'm going to call them back 24 to 72 hours. Get ready to do a second call. This one doesn't know what to do. I got the information. Now what do I do? Do I write him an offer? I made him an offer. Or did you make him an offer and then crashed and burned? Or did they accept it? 9 times out of 10, it won't happen that way unless they're like super desperate and you're like, boom, I got him on the first round, right? Like, shit, yeah, here's the house. Take it from me, right? Usually when deals come down the wire, deals are created and made And even then, you'll get them in the first round, not the first round, but the first part of your business. Maybe, the first part of when you're working this business, or in the middle, or towards the end, or right before you're ready to quit, right? And close that door. Or not even open the door because you're ready to quit. You're going, it's too frustrating. I can't handle it, and this and that, or whatever it is, whatever happens in life. I definitely get it because it's not for everybody, but that's what will happen with this gentleman here or lady. Doesn't matter. This person, this Mr. A or Mrs. A right here, and that's what's going to be. And then they go, what do I do now? Okay, well, you got some information. Are you going to get them an offer? Are you going to set an appointment? Are you going to go to the house? They don't know. If they got some coaching, they're going to ask questions through email or through a video on Facebook with the blind leading the blind or whatever, right? Over here, you come to us. What do we do? Well, no problem. Awesome. You got a submission. Congratulations. All right. Good job. Got a submission. They get a copy. We get a copy. What happens? Well, we're going to break it down now. We're going to pull title. They're going to pull title information. We're going to do the comps, right? We're going to do the numbers. We're going to break down those numbers. We're going to break it down to, the actual numbers on a spreadsheet. So we get almost like a prospectus, if you know what that means or what it is. I'm not going to get too much into that. It's used in the commercial verbiage. But we're going to get the information, right, on the ARV. We're going to break it down on a 6-month, 3-month pad. What are the interest rates going to be? Or not the interest rate, but what does it cost to buy the property, to acquire the property, to assign the property, to resell the property? And what's my net return on investment approximately? What's my net return on investment cash? What's my cash on cash return? All that good stuff, because you should know those numbers if you're going to sell a deal to an investor, or you should know those numbers if you're going to take a deal down. You're probably, man, so I just want to do a little bit of real estate, right? I don't got money for that. Or maybe you do. Doesn't matter. B will understand that, right? Because they're not going to move forward because they built the foundation. They know where to go. So we're not going to move forward unless they understand that. And then we move, once we got that down, we give them a call. Okay, now number one is still spinning their wheels trying to figure shit out. What do I do? Do I write an offer? Do I go to Facebook and ask them questions? Hey, I did this and I did that. Should I write an offer for this and that? Whatever, doesn't matter. So the tale of two, this one's rocking and rolling, right? Keeps on moving up in frequency, moving up the ladder, moving up in rock and rollness, right? Excuse me. And then what's going to happen? Well, this one over here is going to go on an appointment. They make an offer on the phone? No. If it's out of state and there's some other reasons I won't get into, then maybe they will, but they're going to do it using the art of the deal, right? Where they're going to get further along than this one just going for the jugular and going, hey, let's get married, right? Let's get married on the fucking first date. And crash, burn, sucks, frustration is what it is, right? Over here, no. Well, okay. We're rocking and rolling, right? We got the art of the deal rocking. We do things differently. We flow differently. We're here for the client. We're here for our investors and for ourselves, and our legacy is different, right? We take care of all that first. And yes, we're last on the totem pole in regards to getting paid. So they keep moving. Get an appointment, call them back, we'll go over the information, make sure they're the right ones on title, this, that, all that really good stuff. Call them back, set an appointment. Now we're going to do the art of walking a house. We're going to go to the property, and we're going to sit at the kitchen table. I'm not going to get into all that, and we're going to go ahead and rock and roll that deal, the tale of two, right? This one's still stuck in spinning wheels trying to figure shit out. This one's rocking and rolling and going to the house and writing offers, and it's going to go get a contract. Of course, they're not alone because they're with who? Yes, AHA, Americans Helping Americans, and AMPLIFY, right? We're working together. We're going to be doing what we need to do to get you in there because you're not alone. And we're gonna lock up some deals, and we're gonna close some deals, COE, close of escrows, right? That's the tale of two. It happens. They look at the agents do the same thing, whether it's an agent, buyer's agent, seller agent, listing agent, brokers. You got the tale of two on that end as well. They're both kind of doing the same thing, but they're not really doing the same thing, okay? They can go through the same motions, but one's going to perform and one is not. That's what happened with me when I got started because of the way I looked at it. I looked at critical thinking. I needed to make sure to understand how I want my business to be perceived. I understood psychologically sales 101. Of course, a lot of what I did before in my other job helped as a natural progression to move into creative real estate investing, right? To move into real estate, period. To move into the people business, period, because that's where I shine the most. So that's what happened. But I'm also analytical, and I also understood how I want things to be perceived. And that's what you're going to do. And we've already set all that up for you because you're going to piggyback on AHA. You're going to piggyback on the brand. We're going to help you build your brand eventually. But in the beginning, it's just to get you up and running. We're going to show you how to surf for deals. Going, what the hell is surfing for deals? It's called like driving for dollars. But instead, you're going to do it right here. You do it on your phone. You're going to do it on your laptop, your iPad. You're going to do it when you're working out on the treadmill, searching for deals. Then you're going to talk to sellers. Usually within minutes, your phone will start blowing up. Then we're going to get into data. Then we get into direct the sniper mail, get into your CRMs, get into data, get into automation, right? The tale of two. And the same thing will happen if the A gets a little further, they're still going to spin their wheels, try to figure all that shit out. Nope. Here, you got a coach, you got a mentor, working with you. If it's coaching and you're in our coaching program, right, we're going to be there with you. We're going to work with you through the good, the bad, and the ugly. But you have to be coachable. You got to follow directions, right? You got to take action. Then we're going to talk about those results, okay? And then we're going to rinse and repeat. You can't be the type of person that thinks you're going to tell your mentor or coach how to do their job, how to do the business. That's like a tale of two again, right? You got someone who has a job for 10 years. Someone's had a job for 2 or 3 years, and they're moving up the ladder, and they're going to maybe this person rock and rolls, and they're going to replace this person. This person has to do what? They got to train this person. But what if they're not coachable? What if they're not trainable? Or what if they just want to listen? What if they want to do things their own way? Right? Then that's up to them. But at the end of the day, if they don't do it a certain way, then it makes you look bad. Correct? It makes that one who's been on the job for 10 years, and they're trying to train this person, and they're not real willing to follow through. They want to do their own thing. They want to create their own way because they think they know it. This is a 10-year veteran, 15-year veteran, 20-year veteran, knows better. This one's never been in the job but maybe 2 or 3 years, and they think they know better. That's kind of, that's ignorance is what it is at the end of the day. You have to be coachable. You have to become an awesome follower before you can become a great leader. That's my 2 cents there. I'm going to go ahead and show this to you real quick, okay? Boom, there it is. Now what we got here is a very simple thing. This is our 90-day coaching program that's rolling out. All right, your amazing AMPLIFY exclusive membership area, right? Start your AMPLIFY coaching with interactive mentoring now. A little bit of video, you can log in there. We're going to have the whole 90-day program and coaching in there with interactive mentoring. Going, what the hell is interactive mentoring? What is that? Interactive mentoring means it's not just videos and PDFs and downloads and stuff, right? We're going to be working, not just calls. Well, we're going to do a live call. But the call is going to be interactive. We want to be interactive. We want to help you. If you got something on the table, it's like you move to the top of the line, right? It's about kind of like it's like a corporate ladder. You bust your butt. There's no unions here, right? No union. Everybody gets in, has the same chance to rock and roll. And interactive mentoring means that, hey, you get in the mix. You get in there, learn, do your thing. If you want to be a loner boner, do your stuff. Awesome. Go rock and roll. Do some deals. Or you want to get interactive and you're going, you know what, I want to rock and I want to do some things and maybe bring some stuff. When we get to a certain point and you're surfing for deals, all of a sudden you need to go to a house and you need some out. You got some questions, right? And maybe we can get one of our coaches involved. We're going, hey, we're going to help you. We're going to show you how the art of the deal, how the art of walking the house is. We're going to get on the phone and help negotiate that deal with you. But you got to do the work, right? You got to break down the deals. You got to do the due diligence. You got to bring that to the table in the manner that we're doing it. Right? It's not because it's I don't know what to say. It has to be done, right? Or figure it out yourself. That's what it comes down to. Go with the system and the process, right? McDonald's makes burgers a certain way. Burger King makes burgers a certain way. In-N-Out Burger makes burgers a certain way. It's still a burger, but it's done differently. Each one has its special recipe. Each one has its certain way of cooking a burger. The freshness, the ingredients, what they use, right? We're like the awesome juicy burger that you've never ever tasted in your life until you taste it. And then you go, you get your aha moments. You go, aha, or that's yummy, right? Rock and roll. Let's do this thing. You get to see the reality of what's out there. But this is what we got for coaching and interactive coaching. You rise to the top. If you got deals and we're surfing for deals and we're going, hey, I got this, I got that, then we're going to get our coaches involved and they're going to get involved with you to help you take those deals to the end zone. But you're going to cultivate them. You're going to turn them into cold leads, into warm leads, into hot leads, and bring them to the table. We're going to be working with you through the whole process for 90 days, right? Every month is a certain little chapter in your real estate investment life and journey. And there's everything we do is for a reason. We don't just do it for the hell of it. Hey, do this and do that just because. You're doing certain things to get an end result. Always. We don't waste stuff. We don't waste anything, okay? And it's simple. It really is. It doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be, anything extraordinary. And a lot of it is right here. A lot of it is in your mindset, and a lot of it is based on psychology, tie down, sales 101, and understanding that flow and how that works. Because if you can do that, then you can do anything, okay? Doesn't matter where you go or what you do. All right, so that's that. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I do appreciate your time. Hopefully this helps you out. If you see it floating around out there, save it, download it, keep it, fast forward it, rewind it, whatever you need to do. I'm Eric from AHA, Americans Helping Americans. I'm going to go ahead and put this back here so I can see what we got here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and shut that down. We'll get the full enchilada thingy here, right? What we got, boom, right there. There we go. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Click the links down below. If you want to share, if you want to check us out, what we do, or if we can help you out, one, go to AMPLIFY.net, go to AmericansHelpingAmericans.net. If you want to become an exclusive VIP buyer, then go to AmericansHelpingAmericans.net under the buyer section and fill out some information. If you're looking for deals throughout the United States, you want to put in a buy order, we'll have a chit chat to see what you're looking for criteria-wise. I always ask, it is what it is, and others are like, oh, criteria. Let's bring me a good deal. What the hell's a good deal? Good deal to you and a good deal to us may be totally two different things. Now the hedge funds and the rock and rollers and investors who know exactly what they want will tell you, here you go, here's my criteria. Awesome. It's not a secret, right? All right, so that's what we need to do so we can go ahead and find you those properties, whether it's a 1Z, 2Z, 3Z, 4Z, or 5, 10, 15, 20, 100 in a specific area, county, region. Let us know, and we'll go to work with you. We'll go to work for you at the same time and make it reciprocal. But we're going to spend lots of money doing that, so we got to make sure we're both on the same page. We'll do a simple, soft commitment. Make sure you're good to go, proof of funds, NC&D, and all that good stuff, so we can talk with each other, put that together. If you're a broker and you want to have us train your agents and dominate your area, give us a holler. We'd love to speak with you. We'll work something out special for you, and it'll be exclusive just to you, obviously, right? And we'll go in and help your agents become very, very dangerous in a good way, okay? So you can dominate your local market. Also, if you're looking to become a first trust deed investor and you just want what we call friendship deals, you want to write a check, get a check back, awesome. We have some deals on the table for you in Northern California, Southern California, Texas, Florida, Montana. We're looking at Missouri, Ohio, Vegas, New York, Connecticut, kind of weird, but yeah, there's some stuff there. We're kind of floating through that. We're moving into other parts of Texas and Tennessee. This is where eyeballs are going in there. If you were looking for stuff, give us a holler. Or if you want to work from that area, give us a holler. We'll talk about our one-on-one mentoring program. But if you're looking to write a check and you just want to write a check in what we call friendship deals, you want to become a first trusted investor with the piece of property, and that's protecting your equity in the property when you write that check, right? Or you write a check and we get a check back to you. Very simple. Get in touch with us at AmericansHelpingAmericans.net or PM. Go to the Amplify page and PM us, or just simply call 888-828-1468, 888-828-1468. They'll get a hold of me, and we'll chat and we'll talk, and we'll see if we're a good fit. We'll lay out some inventory for you. Now, I know that in July 21st, we're going to have a Northern California meetup live and in person. We're also going to stream it here in Southern California, throughout the world, in the United States. I believe on the 28th, we're working on it, but we should have something in Irvine for a live in-person meetup, Northern California live in-person meetup, and then we're going to stream that sumbitch live as well in California and throughout the United States and the world. It's going to be awesome. Without further ado, rock and roll and all that you do. You have an awesome, awesome weekend. God bless you. United we stand. I bless you with abundance, prosperity, health, and wealth, okay? Health and wealth, and rock and roll in all that you do. Don't follow or listen to people who tell you cannot do something. You can. You are the magic in this, okay? If you're looking for a mentor or coach and it's not us, just bring tremendous value to them. If you can do that, be coachable, follow directions, take action, you're going to get results. But hopefully they're willing to work with you and talk about those results, because that's where the magic is until you get your aha moments. The first time, second time, third time, who knows? Sometimes it's the fourth or fifth time, and you go, ah, I understand now. Okay. That's the beauty of this. Okay. That's why you have a better chance of being successful in this business, but you got to have the heart. Okay. You got to show up to the party. We'd love to work with you. Like I said, without further ado, rock and roll in all that you do. You have an awesome weekend. Let's have an awesome July. Let's rock and roll 2022 all the way into 2023, 24, and 25. It's going to be an amazing, amazing, amazing decade. Stay positive. Stay positive, PMA. Amplify yourself, right? Amplify yourself, right? That's what we're all about, right? AHA, Americans Helping Americans, and AMP Live. There's a reason why that is built. I believe it's God-driven. I believe it's God built at the end of the day, because God works through me, and we're working out through you, all right? So united we stand. Americans first, America first. Rock and roll in all that you do, and you have a good, an awesome weekend. All right, bye-bye. Thank you.